Happy Friday, everyone. Let's get into what's going on in the MLB as we break down the April 25th card. I'm going to share with you guys my best three games that I'm going to be betting. There will be four bets in three games, so make sure you stick around to the end. We'll talk about these games briefly, and then we'll get you on your way. It is a Friday spot, so we have a lot of series kicking off, some action. It's a great time to be alive. The NBA, NHL, and the NFL draft all running concurrently with the MLB. So it's been a very, very fun start to the weekend as we look into what we have left day two with the NFL draft and some hockey playoffs. It's a great time to be alive on the golf trip with some boys. So maybe you'll see a little Joey D action coming out of retirement as we get into some more hockey plays this weekend. So let's get into the bets though for baseball. Like I said, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. We are going to use Outlier to break down these games. The first one that we're going to look at is Detroit and Baltimore. Okay, now this is a spot here where Casey Mize is that pitcher for Detroit that everybody thought was going to be that young hot arm, and he's delivering in 2025. Okay, so maybe not on schedule, but it's right when they need it because Detroit is 15-10 on the season, looking very good, playing some great baseball. And the Baltimore Orioles, they're going in the opposite direction. And I'm going to take the Detroit Tigers here. It's a fishy number, a really cheap spot, minus 118. If you do want to find them on a team total, I don't mind that as well. So I would go team total over Detroit at home. Going over that, that's something that I do heavily take into consideration. But I do think Detroit rolls against the Orioles, and Baltimore is kind of a fade right now, especially with Young going on the bump. So we're going to take Detroit here, minus 118, best number available on FanDuel. Next game, Philly and Chicago. This is something where you get Tawan Walker going for the Phillies, going against Ray for the Cubbies. And I think this is something where you look into kind of what they're able to do away from home. I just like the Cubs at home. I would potentially lean towards a favorite, but I do think this one, if you were going to bet this game, I think the over 8 is the correct play, albeit Rhea is and Walker respectively sub 2.25 ERA. Walker comes in 2.29. This will be just a fun one to watch, but I do think this is a sneaky game where we do get some runs here on a Friday. All right. Next one that we're going to talk about, and we are going to kind of skip around a little bit. I'm just going to make some mention of some games that I do like. The next being Mets and Nationals. Okay, you're looking at this. This is the Mets home versus road. Okay, the Mets 18-7. Outstanding month of April they've had thus far, and Kodai Senga going on the bump against Irvin for Washington. This is kind of where you look for the Mets as well, minus 170. Just a very, very steep price to take so on the road. So I'm not going to take it with the Mets, but I do like them in this spot as well. Okay. Blue Jays, Yankees. This is a lean towards the Yankees. I know Carrasco's going against Berrios, but it's just kind of a funky. I hate both of the pitchers. I don't hate them, but you know what I mean in terms of betting. Carrasco's a little bit better though because you do get some more variance with him, and you can fade that narrative that goes against him because of his age. But I do like kind of the Yankees here, and I would back Cookie here to take on the Blue Jays at home. I just think they're going to outslug them in this game. And all things being considered, I think minus 130 is a fairly cheap price for the pinstripes here in this spot. Okay. Next, Guardians, Red Sox, another game where I would lean over. That's just kind of my feel on that one. Okay, no play, Kansas City and Houston. Kansas City fresh off that doubleheader sweep that we did get against Colorado. So shout out to anybody who was able to cash on those tickets. But we're going to kind of stay away from them in this game. Okay, but we want to get into some official plays, and that's where we're going to talk about the Reds and the Rockies as we go down the odds board a little bit. I just think it's too cheap of a price for the Reds. Okay, we look at kind of what Abbott's able to do. Kyle Freeland, is their best pitcher probably in Colorado, and that's not saying much. Okay, so that's kind of how I feel about that game. I think it's almost where you almost have to auto bet against Colorado. Would not shock me though if they did get the job done, but I do think Cincinnati backing Andrew Abbott, 1.64 ERA on the road, in a spot where I think the Reds are going to be able to hit the baseball. It's not something I'm opposed to, and that's why it's going to be my second official play to go along with the Tigers there on the money lines. Okay. Next game I do want to talk about, and this is one that really almost made my card. If you do want to get involved, you need to find a dance partner. It's too expensive, but I do like the Mariners quite a bit at home to not bat in the ninth against the Marlins. Going against Cal Quantrill, I'm just not going to lay the minus $2 price. that you can find that at. So that's just kind of where I stand within that big game. But I do favor that out there on the West Coast. Mariners at home, is one of my favorite bets to roll with, especially in the under market. But I do think this is where you can find Mariners not batting the ninth. Maybe couple that with the Dodgers there on the money line, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Okay, Pirates Dodgers. Paul Skeens going against Yamamoto. This will be the pitching matchup of the evening. Okay, so everybody needs to tune in this game. We're not going to fade Paul Skeens in this spot as much as we did last start for him, and that was one where we took him plus 150, took the Guardians on the money line against the Pirates when Skeens had his last outing. But I do think this is something where I do like the Dodgers at home quite a bit. Don't get it twisted. It's going to be a rocking night there on the West Coast. I think Dodgers fans are going to be excited for this one. I do think that we get a very strong performance, though, by the Dodgers. And at plus 110, fading the Pirates offensively, I'm going to take the Dodgers here on the run line at a minus 1.5 at plus 110. And then also a little bit of not a hedge, but a double dip kind of. And we're going to take the Dodgers to not bat in the ninth at minus 135. Probably my favorite bet on the board, and that's going to round up my card. Appreciate you guys tuning in. A little quicker videos here as we are on a golf trip, so time is limited. I've got to get to the course right now, so maybe I'll send a little some content a little later on. We'll be at the barn, as they call it, and Joey D watching some hockey, some drafts stuff, and as always, baseball will be live. A great little spot we got going on down here, yeah, so that's what I got. Good luck with your picks. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join us here at TBM Sports. And that recap, just for you guys that have trouble following along, that's okay. Detroit, Cincy on the money line. Dodgers laying the run line at plus 110 and to not bat in the ninth at minus 135 once again. Okay, appreciate it. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.